Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we bring you breaking updates that matter to your life, your wallet, and your future. If you're watching this right now from South Africa, then stop everything you're doing because this is one of the biggest updates from SASSA in 2025 that we've seen so far. Yes, you heard that right. The South African Social Security Agency, commonly known as SASSA, has officially confirmed double grant payments for the month of June 2025. And not only is this confirmed, but the details around how much you could be getting, when it's coming, and who qualifies are now available. If you or a family member relies on any type of SASSA grant, whether it's the older person's grant, the disability grant, the child support grant, or the SRDR 370 grant, then this video is for you. I'm going to break everything down for you right now in one complete update. Make sure you watch till the end so you don't miss a single piece of this crucial news, especially the new payment dates and how to check your balance and status. First off, let's talk about what's actually happening. Over the past few weeks, there has been growing speculation across social media and even in community groups that SASSA might roll out some sort of double payment system in June. Most people thought it was just a rumor, a kind of wishful thinking that tends to circulate around times of economic strain. But as of today, it is no longer speculation. The Department of Social Development, in conjunction with Treasury and the South African government, has now verified that certain categories of beneficiaries will receive 2 grant payments during the month of June 2025. Yes, double payments. But why now, and what's driving this decision? Well, according to official sources, the double grant rollout in June is a result of a few combined factors. First, the delay that happened in May due to a temporary systems upgrade meant that some payments were either late or postponed altogether. This led to national frustration and even public outcry, particularly in rural and underserved areas where people depend on their grants just to make ends meet. SASSA came under intense scrutiny, and so to make up for this, and to restore public trust, the agency is now compensating affected beneficiaries. But here's the kicker: this isn't just a compensation payout for delays. It turns out the government had already been considering a one-time support boost for mid-year, due to the rising cost of living, high food prices, and ongoing economic recovery needs following the pandemic and inflation hikes. So yes, the double grant payment in June is part compensation, part economic relief, and fully confirmed. And no, you don't need to reapply, re-register, or go stand in long queues to qualify. This will happen automatically if you're already a registered beneficiary who meets the current criteria. The grants covered under the June 2025 double payment include the old age grant, the disability grant, the child support grant, and the SRDR 370 grant, which used to be at 350 until it was increased earlier this year. So, let's go deeper and look at what these payments might actually look like in your bank account. For those receiving the old age grant, which currently stands at 2,180 per month, you could be getting a total of 4,360 in June. Yes, double the normal monthly payout. If you are over 75 years old, your grant is slightly higher at 2,200, meaning you could be receiving a total of 4,400. Disability grant recipients are also on 2,180, so you can expect a double payment of 4,360. Care dependency grants fall under the same range as well. Now, for the child support grant, which is currently at R530, you'll be receiving around 1,060 in June, per qualifying child. If you have more than one child on your account, you can expect that number to multiply accordingly. And finally, let's not forget the SRDR 370 grant, which was previously at 350 but increased in April 2025. If you're on that list, You'll be receiving a 740 this June, provided you met the monthly income means test for May. Now let's talk about the payment schedule because timing is everything when it comes to SASSA payments. So many people rely on this money to buy groceries, pay for school transport, electricity, water, and even medications. According to SASSA's new calendar, June's grant payments will roll out in 2 stages. The first batch of payments will occur from Monday, June 3 RD to Friday, June 7 TH, covering the first monthly deposit. The second batch, the double part, will roll out from Monday, June 17 TH to Friday, June 21 Saint. The reason for the gap is to allow for system processing and to ensure banks can handle the double flow of transactions without disruptions. SASSA has already engaged with banking partners like Capitec, Standard Bank, Nedbank, and Postbank to ensure smooth transactions. Let me make this part really clear. If you normally get paid on the first Tuesday of the month, then you'll still get your first payment in that regular window. The second payment, the additional amount, will come separately in the 3rd week of June. This applies across all grant types. If you collect your grant through a card swipe at retailers like ShopRite, Boxer, or Pick n Pay, those payment terminals will also be updated to reflect the second payout week. If you're using your SASSA Gold card for bank transfers, make sure you don't throw it away or ignore SMS alerts. Your second payment will go to the same account. No need to change anything. A lot of people are now asking, how do I check if I'm getting the double payment? It's actually very simple. You can use one of 3 ways. The most straightforward is to visit the SASSA website and log in using your ID number and phone number. From there, you'll see your status and payment breakdown for the month of June. Option 2, dial the USSD code 1,203,210 on your phone and follow the prompts. This works with most major networks like Vodacom, MTN, and SASSA. Finally, you can call the SASSA toll-free number at 800 60 10 11 and speak to an agent. They've been trained to provide information specific to the double payment schedule. Now, let's address one of the biggest concerns: fraud. With extra money being released, scammers and cybercriminals are on the move, trying to intercept payments or steal personal information. Please be alert. SASSA has reminded all beneficiaries that they will never ask for your PIN, OTP, or banking login via SMS, phone call, or WhatsApp. If you receive any message that sounds suspicious, don't respond, report it immediately. You can also visit your nearest SASSA office to verify any claims or check your records. And for those using the Postbank system, officials have confirmed that the network is now stabilized after the disruptions experienced earlier this year. Your money is secure, and both payments will be available through your card if you're using that method. Let's also talk about the long-term implications of this double payment. While June 2025 is a confirmed one-time increase, many citizens and advocacy groups are now pushing for permanent increases or more frequent top-ups. With the rising cost of living and ongoing economic challenges, there is now a strong movement to either raise the baseline grant amounts or provide seasonal support more consistently, like during school holidays or the festive season. The Department of Social Development has hinted that further discussions are happening at the ministerial level. For now, though, June 2025 is confirmed and should offer immediate relief to millions of South Africans who need it most. If you're a caregiver, pensioner, unemployed individual, or a person with a disability, this is your moment to prepare. Make sure your bank details are up to date. If you've changed your number recently, you need to update your profile on the SASSA portal. If your card is expiring soon, visit a SASSA office or Postbank to renew it before your second payment week. Don't wait till the last minute and risk delays. And what about those who were declined for the SRDR 370 grant recently? Great question. SASSA has clarified that if your May application was declined but you've submitted an appeal and it's approved before June 10th, you will still be eligible for the double R370 payout in June. That's R740 total. Appeals can be made online, and the process has been made simpler this year. If you haven't appealed yet, now is the time to do it. Some of you might be wondering, will this affect my future payments? The answer is no. June's double payment is additional support, it does not count against future months. Come July, you'll go back to the standard grant amount for each category unless the government announces another update. So enjoy the boost in June, but manage it wisely. Buy essentials, settle outstanding bills, and prioritize your family's needs. This update is one of the most important financial announcements for South African households this year. We know how vital these grants are, not just as a lifeline, but as a foundation for dignity, security, and survival. That's why we'll continue to bring you the latest on any changes, increases, delays, or government decisions related to SASSA, social welfare, and financial aid. So to recap, double SASSA payments are officially confirmed for June 2025. Payment 1 will be issued in the first week of June, and Payment 2 will follow in the third week. This applies to all major grant types: Older Persons Grant, Disability Grant, Child Support Grant, Care Dependency Grant, and the SRDR 370 grant. You do not need to reapply. Make sure your contact and banking details are updated. Use official SASSA channels to check your status and avoid scams. Most importantly, plan ahead and use this additional support to take care of what matters most: your health, your children, your home, and your peace of mind. That's going to wrap up today's full breakdown on the double SASSA grant payments for June 2025. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit that like button so we can reach more people who might not know this crucial update yet. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another important video just like this. We'll be covering July's payment schedule next, as well as any news on permanent increases or special bonuses. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. We go through every comment and try to respond to as many as we can. Thank you for being part of this community that looks out for one another. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.